Maya had only been working as a nanny for 3 weeks, but in that short time she had grown impossibly attached to the Millionaire's twin boys, Liam and Noah, 2 cheerful toddlers who brought light into a mansion drowning in silence. Their father, Adrian Hale, a powerful businessman with more success than most men dreamed of, lived each day drowning in meetings, deadlines, and memories of a wife he lost far too early. He loved his children, but grief had carved a distance around him, making him blind to the small details that truly mattered. That morning, the mansion felt strangely quiet, and Maya immediately noticed something was wrong. The house staff seemed confused, the twins were nowhere, and Adrian had rushed out for a major client meeting. Maya wandered outside, calling their names, trying to calm the growing fear inside her chest. Then she heard it, a faint, almost dying cry floating across the heated driveway. She followed the sound until her eyes widened in horror. There, inside Adrian's locked black SUV, under the burning morning sun, were the twins, strapped in their car seats, sweating, crying, and barely conscious. Maya's heart slammed against her ribs. She grabbed the door handle, it was locked. She ran around the car, pulled every handle, but nothing opened. The heat radiating off the metal felt like an oven. Noah's cries were faint, Liam's head drooped to the side, their little faces red and drenched in sweat. Panic clawed at Maya's throat, but she forced herself to stay focused. She tried calling for help, but her phone had died minutes earlier. She looked around the driveway, no guard, no driver, no staff in sight. She pounded on the windows, screaming for the babies to hold on. She pressed her palm against the glass, it was scorching. She knew exactly what heat stroke could do. She had seconds. Not minutes. Seconds. Her heart racing, she searched desperately and found a landscaping rock near the garden stairs. Without hesitation, she lifted it high and smashed it against the car window. It bounced back. She hit again, sweat dripping down her forehead, her arms shaking. The second strike cracked it. On the fourth strike, the glass finally shattered, spraying shards everywhere. Maya didn't care. She reached inside, cutting her arm on the edges as she unbuckled the twins with trembling hands. Their skin was dangerously hot, their breathing weak. "Stay with me, please, stay with me," she whispered, lifting them both out and rushing toward the shaded porch. She cradled them close, blowing cool air across their faces, wiping their sweat, whispering soothing words until they slowly started responding with weak little whimpers. Suddenly, a sleek black car screeched into the driveway. Adrian stepped out, confused at first, then frozen in horror as he saw his shattered SUV and Maya holding his overheated sons. Color drained from his face. "My God, what happened?" he shouted as he ran toward them, his voice shaking so badly it barely came out. When he touched the twins' burning skin, his breath broke. I thought the driver took them inside. I didn't check. Oh God, what have I done?" He looked like a man collapsing under the weight of guilt. Maya swallowed back tears and said softly, "They're okay now, but we need to cool them fast." They rushed the twins inside, placing damp cloths on their foreheads, gently lowering their temperature until the doctor arrived. He examined them carefully and finally delivered the words that made Adrian's knees buckle, "They're safe. You got to them just in time." Adrian sat down, holding both babies tightly, his eyes overflowing with tears he hadn't allowed himself to shed in years. Maya stood nearby, exhausted, her arm bleeding slightly from the broken glass but relief washing through her. Adrian looked up at her, guilt and gratitude fighting in his expression. "You saved their lives," he whispered, his voice breaking. "I failed them, but you didn't. You risked everything for my children." Maya shook her head gently. Anyone with a heart would have done the same. Adrian stared at her for a long moment before saying softly, "No, not everyone. But you did." For the first time in years, he felt something shift inside him. A sense of clarity, a reminder of the love he had buried under work and grief. He realized that money could buy almost anything, except courage. Except heart. Except someone who would smash through a car window without thinking twice just to save 2 children who were not even hers. As the twins, now smiling faintly, reached their tiny hands toward Maya, Adrian whispered, "From today onward, you are not just their nanny. You're part of this family." And in that moment, the mansion that once felt hollow finally breathed with warmth again.